That was
Splash. Huh?
I'm so corny.
What you do? Yeah, let's go. Peace.
Like I didn't go like.
It's a regular. Good afternoon.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of 1,000 Questions from Mars. I'm your host, Mars.
I'm King Gerald Jones.
And we have this show for you new viewers. And the show is a spinoff from the 1,000 Bodies podcast, where I ask King Gerald Jones deep, intimate questions about his experience with being with over 1,000 women.
Right. And it's also just you basically said it. Well, I like to include that it's details that a woman might want to know, or questions that a woman might want to know that I don't even think about.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. All right, so this week you talked about your 4 favorite astrological signs to date.
Right.
And I know everybody's like commenting and going crazy. Do you want to say what your 4 favorite signs are?
As opposed to last week, the 4 least favorite, I did talk about my 4 favorite. Those 4 favorite being a Gemini, a Sagittarius, a Leo, and a Libra.
Okay. You look like you holding up 5. Are those in any particular order?
Yeah, just like last week, I put it from the least bad to the greatest bad, and then I put it from the best to the least. I was just playing. No, I put it from least to best. And I ultimately chose a Libra. You're a Libra. You who I have a child with. You who I'm in a relationship. You with who I'm planning to end my life with. So, of course, is it of course? Well, that's who I chose.
You would hope that someone would choose somebody that they're most compatible
with. Right, absolutely.
To spend their life with.
Right, absolutely. And that's, that.
I agree. Okay, so let me just give you a quick opinion on your favorite signs.
Okay.
I would say I don't have very much experience with Gemini women or men, to be honest.
Okay.
So they're cool.
Tupac.
Okay.
Do you know what they kind of say about Geminis?
That they have 2 personalities.
Exactly. Right.
I kind of agree with that.
I do too. And I think I've stated in my podcast that my mom was Gemini, did I? And of course, she was a big influence on dating. Yeah. And I've dated other Geminis. And I don't kind of get the 2 personalities. Right. I just get the fluentness of I'm able to adapt.
Right.
And that might, I don't know, like I said.
Maybe that's what they mean by
And I don't do astrological signs. I didn't check any calendars or any charts, but that's kind of what I got, minus because I didn't want bias.
Yeah.
So that's what I got, is not that they're 2 personalities, but that they can adapt to any situation.
Right. Yeah. I get that same, like I've dated one Gemini man. And I liked dating him. And it kind of ended, or it kind of was a relationship similar to, I don't want to say similar to, but where he did boyfriend things and said boyfriend things, but we weren't in a relationship. Right. So I know that's a part of his body bowl story, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But that's kind of, but we were cool. Like, it was a cool connection. I had no problems with him. Like, I'm cool with Gemini.
Can I just top randomly ask, what do you think about our podcast? Do you think we're doing good? Do you think we're giving them what they want to hear?
I think we're doing good. There's always room for improvement.
Because that's what I always want to. Each week I'll be thinking, what can we do better? What can we improve?
I would like for people to come in and tell us, because we're so close to it. So I think my answer will be biased. Like, yeah, we're doing great. I don't know, but I do think probably improvement. People like drama too.
Right. That's what I know. We probably kind of boring. I think we're boring, but I think we're informative. Yeah. And when I say informative, I mean in a sense of we're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-conventional couple, that you're open and understanding that men aren't designed to be faithful. Yeah. And so that's kind of, I think that creates interest, not only because they might not, I think it creates interest because regardless if you agree or not, you either been through it or you living through it now. You either living through it consciously or unconsciously. But even though some women don't want to admit it, they're living it. So I think that's the key in our podcast that gives the curiosity, or lends the ear to.
Yeah. But comment and let us know, how y'all feel about it. So yeah, back to the Gemini. I agree with your assessment of that. And then Sagittarius, my opinion on Sagittarius, I gave that opinion last week. They're kind of in my worst, and not because they're bad people, but they're just not good at relationships.
Right.
Like,
I forgot you said that, but I think I said, well, in my podcast,
yeah,
did
you
I
said
say
something similar to that they're committed to you, like friend wise, relationship wise, but the sexing, they want to be sexing multiple people because they are very sexual people.
And it's crazy that you said that. I completely forgot it. I just went on my experiences with them, and they could be with you, connected, locked in, friends, and have your back. But that don't mean their body has to necessarily be there.
I'm gonna tell you, my dealings with Sagittarius, like it's been like very like an intense like chemistry bond, like where we first met and it was like we locked in, but then as the relationship progressed, it'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, weird ass? But yeah, so that's Sagittarius, and then a Leo. Oh, my Leos. I know, and you know why you guys are good matches. You guys are complete opposites on the Zodiac. In the Zodiac house or whatever it is. Like you guys are complete opposites, which makes you guys attracted to each other. But that could also be why you don't last long in a relationship because you're so opposite.
Gotcha.
But a lot of Leos and Aquarius are attracted to each other.
Gotcha.
Just based off of that. I love Leos, but man, a Leo will give you the shirt off their back, and act like it's nothing. Like, and it's really nothing. They're not holding on like a Pisces. Like I gave you this. Like no, they really mean it, and that's what I really do adore them. But I can't be in a relationship with them. But I adore their compassion. And then Libra, we Libra.
Right, but what about the
male Libras? They just been weird. They just have been, I think I said it last week too. They just been weird, and I strayed away from. I've been on a couple of dates with a Libra. And he was just very weird. And I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it. So I just.
Do you want to share a thing that he did weird, or you just say in general he was weird?
Just in general, he was weird. Like, I can't even explain it because it was so odd to me. I don't think my brain ever computed it. It was just like, we're not going to date those guys anymore. All right. I'll give you my favorite signs to date.
Okay.
I don't have 4, but I have 3.
Okay.
And mine will go in order as well.
Okay.
So Capricorn. Capricorn men are a Capricorn in general, you guys are they're very hard workers. Anything that you give them to do, they're gonna fucking do that shit to like the ends of the earth, and they're gonna do it well.
What do you know the birthday so I could try to think
so it's like December, like the end of December, maybe around Christmas. I think it may be like December 21st or something like that, or the 20th through January 20th or something like that.
I can't really think of a Capricorn that I've say it again.
The end of December, so like December 20th, December 21st through January like 20th.
Okay, I know it's January 10th.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
A girl. Oh yeah.
Was she cool?
She was a hard worker.
Hard worker, yeah. They're really hard workers.
Okay.
Yeah. So that I love about them. And the men, like they are so attentive, and I was showered with attention, gifts, like very like I was treated very well, and I was not in relationships with these men. I was just simply dating them. I didn't have intercourse with either one of them.
Oh no, you date so you date men and don't have intercourse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
For me.
I know that's crazy.
Like if we dating, it's crazy. It's a couple things. If I said dating, that means we was fucking. If I put somebody as my WCW back in the day, we fuck. Like I didn't understand weird men, niggas putting WCW.
Yeah, I was a woman crush Wednesday for a lot of guys who I had never even met in person.
Oh no, I'm hitting it. If I ever, and that's a fact, and that's a quote. If I ever post somebody as a WCW in my Instagram, I deleted them now. But
except for mine,
especially yours, I didn't get that. But back to what we were talking about, the dating. If I say I dated you, we. So that's not.
That doesn't mean that for me.
And that doesn't women or just.
I don't know. That's just me. I don't know how other women.
So you will say, oh, we dated, but you could mean we didn't have sex.
Yeah, Because we actually did date. We went on dates.
Oh shit!
I don't know how they categorize it. If they want to downplay it, I'll be like, okay, we used to talk. I'll say that. But there's a lot of men that I've dated that I never had sex with. And not on some type of like I'm holding it, like I want to, but I'm holding it. It just never got there sexually, you know. And I'm not going to have sex just because you're whining and dining me. And if you don't want to whine and dine me, that's cool too. Like I'm not mad either way. It's not a requirement, but it was like we were chilling, we were vibing,
and the sex just didn't happen.
It just didn't happen.
Right.
Poor guy. Sorry to them men.
Yeah, like,
men.
Yeah, I'm not about to. If I say we dated, so what would I say if I went on a date? Yeah. See, and I'm gonna tell you this. So I don't want to watch how I say things.
You might as well just say it. We need more drama in the show.
I'm gonna say it. For the most part, I'm not taking you on a date if I ain't fucking.
Or if you don't feel like you can fuck.
Yeah, right. Wait. Let me. I want to make it. I'm sure not taking you. It would not be a second date. I barely take the first date and haven't fucked. Barely. I could probably count that on one hand. But if I took you on a date and we didn't fuck within time for the next date, we're not going on no second date. That's fact.
I wonder when we had sex.
Before the date.
We went
I'm just playing. We didn't go. Don't you dare say we went on some dates. Don't
we
you
went
know
on
we
at
did
least
not?
One date.
Yeah, we did. And that's what goes with what I said. And that's
why I said I'm wondering when we had sex. Because I also know that it wasn't fast.
It wasn't slow either. Whatever the opposite. It wasn't slow. It was between the first date and the second date.
Yeah.
I don't play like that. Like I'm not about to go on no 2 dates and I ain't smashed. I barely want to take you on that first date and I ain't smashed because I really don't know your intentions.
That's funny because you didn't make me feel that way. Like I don't really want to be here because I ain't had the sex.
No, because I do. I'm not saying I don't want to be here, but I'm leery because I'm leery like okay, let's have fun, let's enjoy ourselves. But I'll be damned. There will not be a second date if after that first date and between that next date, I don't hit.
Okay, can I ask you this though?
You can ask me anything you want.
Okay, so but 2014, like let's say 2012 to 2014 Gerald.
Right.
Was that a different Gerald than I would say like 2016 to probably like 2022? Like I think,
well, of course,
because I feel like back then you were a little bit more into the dating because you had just came home. So I don't know if you were into the dating a little bit more.
No. What would make you say that? Like what you mean?
Because I never felt pressured to have sex with you. Like it just happened naturally.
Oh, I know because I don't put the because I don't because although I'm giving you guys what's going on in my mind, I'm not about to be like power right in the kiss.
No, because some guys will. So I'll tell you about a date I went on with an Aquarius.
Okay.
And this is how I feel like this is how y'all are.
Okay.
So I went on a date with him and he took me to a really nice restaurant. He bought me a big ass bouquet of flowers. He was really, why you look like that?
So he shouldn't have did that.
No, he was really cool.
Yes.
But I feel like for him, that was nothing off it. That was no sweat off his back.
Okay.
You know, like he had money.
Okay, gotcha.
And so we're texting and like after the date, the text messages slowed down like tremendously. And so I don't know if he gave me a call or sent me a text message like, hey, I thought you were cool. We had a good vibe, but I don't think that you're sexually attracted to me. Like, I don't think we could have had sex that night. Even if we didn't, he's like, I don't feel like you're ever going to want to have sex with me. And he kind of laid it out. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, like I wasn't feeling sexually attracted to him, but I was trying to get there or trying to see what it was. Right. But he was like, bitch, I don't want you to see what it is. Either is or it's not.
That's me. Would that mean? Because that's how I am. When you first, and it's tough because I do understand attraction for a woman can be built as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't be one to just simply cut off, but it got to be something where you giving me something.
And I think he tried to kiss me and I didn't kiss him. And I think that
on
was
the first date. Yeah, I'm not going to try to do that.
I think that was his little test or vibe. Like, damn, she's not even feeling me enough to kiss me. Like,
I think that's too much.
And again, I was not mad or like it was just like, okay, I respect it.
Yeah, I think that's too much to try to kiss. I'll accept it if she try to kiss me. And I'm not saying that I haven't attempted it, but I'm not going to hold it against if you don't go for it, because I know that's a bit much in that first, you know.
So yeah, but anyway, so yes, Capricorns, dated them, like them. My second in line is a Taurus. I talked about that last week. If you didn't see it, go watch it. But like I said, their stubbornness for me has just been something that I really love and appreciate, that they be so stubborn in love. And then the last one is an Aquarius. Now, Aquarius has always been my favorite. I've have probably 20 different Aquarians around me, between friends and family. Like some of my
Aquarius bodies, would you say?
No.
20 Aquarius bodies.
Family, two of my siblings are Aquarius, cousins, aunties, an array, best friends. We always have really cool bond, tight bond relationships. And so we're the best of friends always. So in dating you, we have that close bond, but there's also the sexual attraction too. So Aquarius have my heart. When I be happy when it's Aquarius season. I think somebody commented and said she love Aquarius so much that she thinks she an Aquarius too. That's how I feel. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's our season. Anyway, so that's all I got for zodiac signs. You have any questions?
I thought that's it. Yeah. Well, okay, no, you gave me your situation. So do you have more? You got more questions?
I do have more questions. Okay, but it's about our body bowl story.
Okay, we could go with that. We can absolutely go with that.
Okay, so in the body bowl story, you talked about a girl that you were with. She was a Taurus, and she was pretty stubborn in her ways and always wanting to be right.
Right.
And so you guys would have disagreements.
Right.
And you guys will argue, and out of those disagreements would come this really rough or aggressive sex.
Right.
And you figured out later that that's probably why she was so adamant about arguing.
That's why and I don't know, maybe she watching whatever, and maybe, I don't know, but to me, in conclusion, at the end of everything, I felt she was doing it you have to be doing it on purpose to get this aggressive sex. And that was crazy, because I didn't really analyze it and thinking about it. I thought I was not punishing her, of course, but to a certain degree, I was having rough sex. I told you, I said on a podcast, I was trying to rip her little halter top off consciously. I'm about to see if I could rip this off.
Crazy.
And I was trying to pull her braids as hard as I can, trying to slap her ass as hard as I can. And so I don't want. Is punishment the right word?
Well, that's in my question.
Well, that's because that's what I said, huh?
Yeah, you said you were trying to punish her, so that's why I want to know. Is that something that you do?
No, that's what I'm saying. She brought that energy out, because, like I said, I'm not even an angry person, and I'm not gonna stay angry. And I wasn't even angry with. I just knew, I'm not fucking with her like that.
Right.
When she would do little shit, so I would stop talking to her maybe for 2 days, a week. Each time it got longer and longer. So I guess, and then when I come back, punishment.
Well, see, makeup sex, and that's what people usually say, that makeup sex is the best sex.
But I think it's a difference between makeup, because makeup sex is passion and rubbing, and I miss you. I'm trying to not hurt her.
Show her. You're not gonna keep disrespecting me. Well, not disrespecting.
We're doing whatever. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah. So how did you guys meet?
I met her on social media.
Okay.
She actually went to my high school, but before, I think 3 years prior to me. But I never.
Prior to you or after
me? Yeah, after me. And I knew some of her friends that she was with. I remember them.
Okay.
But I didn't remember her.
Yeah. And did she, if you guys met on social media, in her posts or things that she maybe reposted, did she show her stubbornness or her need to always be right or argue?
She wasn't. She's not active like that. Okay. And I think even in social media, it's levels. So people might post their pictures. You're not gonna know who they are. They might post. You have to really be putting script, writing things down and opinions, and she wasn't active like that. She would just post pictures at a party or post her pictures.
So no clue that she was kind of this
right
aggressive, loving girl. I don't even know what to call her. What types of things were you doing that made her think you were in a relationship? Because you were adamant to say that, you know, like you were not in a relationship with her, but she made sure to tell you that no, you guys were in a relationship, no matter what you said.
As I said on the show, on the podcast, she told me, and I'll never forget it. She said, "I don't care what you said, we were in a relationship." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, but then I had to realize and analyze was having a conversation with you, or just even thinking the thing. Like I said in my podcast, I don't have a problem doing things. I don't have a problem going on dates. I don't have a problem going whatever. But that don't mean I'm in a relationship, but I come to find out those are relationship things. But then at the same time, I say this too, and I said on the podcast, I'm not trying to be just an asshole and mean and like, bitch, I'm just fucking you, bye, bitch. Like, I don't want to do that either. So I don't know, maybe I was crossing the thin line or the line. I don't know where the line is. Mm-hmm. I just was doing what I felt like doing, but I didn't want to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you were taking her out on dates?
Not dates, but I have.
Had you met?
It's not like for me, a relationship means we have date night every Friday. We go out. Mm-hmm. That's a relationship.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. And if you ask me or ask her, it kind of took a long time for me to do that. Mm-hmm. But then I figured I'm having sex with this girl. The least I could do is take her to get a burrito.
Okay, a burrito.
Or to the movies.
So did you like meet family members or friends?
I've only met her family members and friends if I was over her house.
Okay, and they came over?
Oh, no, I think we went to one of her friends had a backyard movie thing, and I went to that.
Mm-hmm. And, okay. So, I mean, ladies, just take note and understand.
Well, go ahead. My bad for you know.
Well, and the reason I can speak on it is because, like I mentioned before, the Gemini that I dated, he gave me those mixed signs too. But I will say this in his defense, is that he told me, I just got out of a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. I want time to breathe. I want time to see what it feels like to be single. Okay. So he did set that expectation. And then after that, guess what, guys? A man is just going to cruise along and go with the flow. Because if he's enjoying your time and he doesn't have to, and he's not in a committed relationship and he's told you, then he's just going to keep doing that.
Ooh, am I?
Are you crossing?
Right, I'm trying to.
So did you?
Or should I be sitting up straight? I'm leaning back and everything.
Whatever is this, the couch. We're comfortable.
Okay.
Did you ever set those expectations with her? Like, did you tell her?
It's crazy. And in her defense now, since you said that, I don't think I just sat up there and said, I want to know how it feels to be single, or
even if that's not it. Like, it doesn't have to be those words, but it should be something said about you don't want to be in a relationship.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I think I was going by me not asking you to be my girl or not.
And that's the thing too. You'll have some men that say, why do I have to ask you to be my girlfriend? Aren't we doing all these things? Right. So when y'all kind of have us like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I said, and I'm not in her defense. I can't understand why but not to say, I don't care what you said.
Yeah, but that's probably a part of her little Taurus stubbornness.
Right.
And I've heard women say that because they think it's cute to say.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, what did I do? I think she knew I was dating other women. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
She knew my presence on social media. She knew I was dating other women. So.
Yeah. I would say just to men out there, like, make it clear. Like, I don't expect you to treat women like shit because you're not in a committed relationship with them. You want to spend time and enjoy their company, then do just that. But make sure you at least say that so that, you know, because for him, I'm going to tell you what he did. Mm. So he used to send me pictures of engagement rings and say, these are the rings that I would like to propose with. This is where I want our wedding to be. I want to have 3 daughters. I want them to look like this, and these are their names. I can't wait for you to meet
what sign is he?
He's a Gemini.
That's crazy.
My grandma's the closest woman to me, and I want to take you guys out on the boat and introduce you to her.
But he's saying y'all not in a relationship. That's craziness.
and we dated for like 6 months, and we had like amazing sex. So I think maybe he got caught up into that too. And so how it ended is he posted a girl on his social media, and I was like, and I didn't blow up. I was like, hey, like, I thought you didn't want a girlfriend. I thought you didn't want to. He was like, well, she's not my girlfriend. And I said, okay, but like, that makes me feel away because I didn't know he was dating other people because he didn't tell me that.
Oh shit.
So so he's like, yeah, I told you I'm single, so of course I'm gonna be dating. And it was just kind of ended from there because I just stepped back and he stepped back, of course. And I was like, but do you realize what these things? And I reminded him of the things that he had said. He was like, I can see how that would give you mixed signals.
Absolutely.
And we just both kind of agreed, like, it's not, he didn't want to be in a relationship, and I would want to if we're going to keep going.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it happens often, but I do think that number one, it's the man's responsibility to state what it is he wants, and if that changes.
Why do you think it's the man's responsibility?
Because you guys dictate the relationship.
It's funny that you say that because I was looking for that answer. But from what my experience, men dictate relationships.
Yeah.
And women dictate the sex.
Yeah.
So I just want to hear if that was how you thought about it.
Yeah. It has to be said. The man has to say, if he says in the beginning he doesn't want a relationship, and then maybe it turns into something more, then he should say that. And until he says those things, to me, you should not think that it's a relationship. That's just in my opinion, in my experience.
Because do you want him to treat you like shit?
I don't.
I know, not you, but in general. Or do you want him to still treat you, even though he don't want to be in a relationship and y'all trying to see, and you still want him to treat you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Crazy. So what do you think you could have done differently in your dealings with her?
As far as what?
Like, as far as her having the idea that you were in a relationship, as far as the countless, like, going back and forth and arguing.
To be honest with you, and it's bad to say, but I don't think I would have, if I would have knew hindsight 2020, I wouldn't have dealt with her. And that's, I don't know if that's bad or good, but it just wasn't cool. It was cool. I don't know what point. I guess the convenience of the sex and the convenience of the sex. Like, I'm not with the arguing. I'm not with going back and forth. It's some things that I didn't mention because I didn't want her or my business out there. But I did mention one thing is when she threw something I told her. Yeah. Something I told her, not in confidence, but just and threw it back in my. I was like, oh, she crazy. So each time she did stuff, it made me trust her less and less, and it made me realize less and less that this ain't going nowhere. We could have sex. We could be just on surface level cool, but.
So what advice would you give a woman in her position, like, that does find joy in the argument and the sex of it all? Like, because to me, you can't really have anything sustainable if you're arguing with your spouse all the time.
Well, maybe but then it probably kills the, I was going to say, tell them, like, that's what you like. Tell them, it's like, okay, we don't have to get into it. We don't have to argue. We don't have to debate. I don't have to set you off, but I like rough sex, or I like aggressive sex.
Yeah.
I don't have to try to trigger you or set you off, or maybe that, and then I still don't know. Absolutely, was that just her character? And then she just getting the fruits of the labor.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. This is just my assumption. I know it occurred, and every time it occurred, this occurred. So I don't know if she consciously was like, I'm about to make this nigga mad so he could pull my braids out my skull.
Oh no.
So I don't know if she was just like, this is her personality, and yes, I made him mad, so he came over here and
in the show, you say that you kind of use the sex as discipline.
Right.
Do you feel like the need to use discipline in a relationship, and is it always sex?
Well, there has to be discipline, but of course it's not sex. I don't even think sex should be discipline because you're getting the reward. Now, in hindsight, you're getting the reward. So I wouldn't say sex is discipline at all. Okay. I was totally off with that. But I think there do need to be discipline. Now, what form of discipline there is, it depends on the woman. Whether it's you having a conversation with her aggressively, whether you telling her I'm not accepting this, and if you can't change what's going on, I'm out. Or I've read Black Man's Guide to Understanding Black Women, and he says in the book, an open-handed slap to a Black woman's face is sufficient.
Please don't slap no woman in her face.
That's what the book says.
We don't want no men going. We don't need no more Black men in prison. Okay.
See, and that goes with the society we in now. But there is different forms of discipline. A silent treatment may be a form of discipline. There's all kind of discipline. So I don't know.
Have you ever tried to discipline me?
Yeah, I disciplined you. So would you like to tell them? Your mom and dad about to be mad at me. What did I do?
He tried to get a belt out on me.
What you mean try to? What did I do?
Pull the belt out.
You got a whooping. What year was this?
I don't know. It's happened multiple times.
Week twice if you need help. I don't think it's necessary, but sometimes even in a playful let her see my dominance level.
I would say when we just think about leadership in general, right? Like there's always some type of consequence or discipline that has to happen from the leader, right. To just show like, please don't test my leadership. Absolutely. And it doesn't because you have to do it with your children, right? Your boss has to do it with you. If you're late, he's not going to hit you, but there has to be some type of discipline that happens. So if we think about the tradition, or not even the traditional, but the natural role of a man is to be a leader. So there's going to be some level of discipline that needs to happen, but let's not look at it in the negative light. Let's just think about it in a leadership way. Like, hey,
like you said, I think you got to give good examples with the boss or with being a parent. You ain't about to go upside your son's head. Every time you're just gonna be like, hey, don't do that. Come here. Or you might have to thump his hand.
Right. Depending on the person.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, see, I got stuck on these punishment moves. I said, is the king stump a punishment move? Because you king stumped her. And if you guys don't know what the king stump is.
I don't think, and that's what I keep trying to maybe, and help me if I'm using the wrong word. I don't want to say punishment. It's something, but it's something to show you did something, but it's not even all the way punished. It could be / playful. It could be / sexual. Yeah. So punishment / playful, punishment / sexual. It's not just all the way like, I'm going to stump your head in the ground. No, it was sexual and the tension and it was there.
Well, it was aggressive sex.
It was aggressive
so
sex.
That was something that you whipped out.
Right.
Do you only ever whip that out with aggressive sex? Or it could be like,
it could be, now
we frisky and we freaky.
Yeah, because that out of the 4 to 5 times that I've done the king stomp, that's the only time that it was on some.
Like, I really got to show her.
Yeah, like my foot, and in hindsight, rewind. I want to. No, she's not. But she was one of the first ones to like say I liked it, and she went into detail saying if I didn't like you so much, I would have never let you do that to me.
I agree.
So
I agree. If you gotta really like the person to let them stump on your head,
but don't you really gotta like the person to let them enter you?
No.
Oh, see, terrible.
I'm just gonna say it because I know that's the perception that's been put out there.
Right.
You don't really gotta like them. You gotta.
It just gotta be a sexual situation.
Gotta be sexual.
Right.
Okay. What's your favorite type of sex? Now that we're on the topic of sex, is it aggressive? Is it sensual? Is it
you want to hear something crazy? And we've always been honest on this show. As of lately, I've been so focused on career, podcasting, that I don't think sex has been my primary. It hasn't been my primary thing. So any question that I answer about sex is going to be from the past. What kind of sex I like? I like the new sex.
Yeah.
New sex, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
New sex, like new sex where the woman was just that attracted to me and into me. I guess new sex.
I don't like new sex.
No, it's weird.
Yeah, because it's like I'm so in my head, and then I'm trying to get comfortable. So if it's new sex and it's great, then that's like you did something to make me just really comfortable. Because even if I really like you now, I'm nervous. Like, do I look good to him in this position? I hate new sex. Like, let's get it in a few times.
Do
men think like that?
I don't know. I can't answer for all men. Me, I'm not too much tripping. If I already checked you out and thought you was attractive, that was already that.
Yeah.
So now we're just at the point of me feeling something on my thing, getting wet. So I'm really not looking like, oh my God, she look good, crossed like that. But then again, doggy style do be, so I get it.
And now appled up, like do my booty apple up when I'm in, like I'm thinking about all those things.
Because you watch my podcast, now you worry about your booty apple up.
Like, do it apple or do a pancake?
There is some pancake out there.
See, and that's why, like, to be like a sex worker, like these are a whole bunch of first times. I don't know if I could do it.
And that's crazy. I think I just had a realization right now when you asked me the question, and if I had to think just off the top, new sex was my thing.
Yeah,
new sex was my thing. What other type of sex is it?
Like aggressive, sensual.
But see, even with the aggressive, I want to feel. I'm not gonna have aggressive. I will have aggressive sex with the new sex. So I say first would be new sex, second aggressive sex. As far as sensual, that be third, but that comes with the love and years and time in. So that's the order of the sex style.
Okay. Those are all of my questions.
Would you care to share your sex? In that, of those three, what order?
Well, because I think there's tons of different types of sex.
Okay.
More than just
inform me. You inform me.
My favorite type of sex is drunk sex.
Oh, okay. I don't drink.
Right.
So we ain't had that. So
you would never know. We have had that. But it was only
Okay.
I don't know what you was feeling, but I was feeling great.
Dracula. We be all night.
Yeah.
So drunk sex is the top?
It's the top.
Okay.
And that's because I'm most comfortable.
Oh, because you could.
I'm not in my head. I can feel it. I can relax. I can, I'm not thinking like, is this too freaky? It's like, I don't give a damn if it's too freaky or not. I'm doing it. Like, I love that.
Is that it? That will care. Second.
Yeah, because within that you could be aggressive or sensual. Like it opens up the door to whatever I drank that night. If I drank tequila, we aggressive. If I drank wine, we sensual.
Okay. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But you be there present and I'll be sober.
You just be like, along for the ride.
Right.
He probably don't even know if I'm drunk.
We drunk. We drunk.
Yeah, those are all of my questions.
Okay, I guess that's an episode. That's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. You don't have nothing else for me? No, you ain't got nothing.
Well, you said, we kind of, did I ask you everything?
Almost.
Okay. Did you kind of share? Care to share?
I don't have nothing.
What do they be saying? We listen, we don't judge.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening and judging, all right.
So
nothing else.
All
That's it.
All right. That concludes another episode of 1,000 Questions with Mars. This is Mars. I'm King Gerald Jones. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to all and any platforms and make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you next week.